This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, man. Didn't I tell you? Keep my name out your mouth. I will not lose. Fuck with your soul like ether. Show you the king you know you. Cross the belly. I prove you lost already. Ill will. Look at this dude, man. I'm all in here, dog. Like Sun Tzu said, man. If your enemy is frustrated, continue to irritate him. I'm going to say that again. If your enemy is frustrated, continue to irritate him. You just mad because I called you out yesterday. I showed you for the true ultra fanboyism and fanboy that you are at the highest levels. That's your new nickname, ultra fanboy. Canelo Alvarez beats Andre Ward. Are you a freaking idiot? Yes, I mentioned Carl Froch. Yes, I mentioned George Groves. Yes, I mentioned Arthur Abrahams. It's the Super Six. I want to see Canelo Alvarez go against any one of those guys at that time in the Super Six, and let's see if his ass survives. The Sergio Bicas. I want to see him go against any of these motherfuckers. The way that dude was suffocating in his prime. And the puzzle that Andre Ward had to use to show this guy why he is SOG. Come on, man. Andre Ward beats Canelo Alvarez in every marker, man. He's the guy that Triple G was afraid of. Triple G was on AWOL status. See, I'm bringing nothing but facts. You bringing nothing but lies and bias. You don't stand on no honest and unbiased principles here. You want to sit here and say, I look like Peter Quillen. I told you, if I do look like Peter Quillen, the dude is pulling. And how do I not know who Peter Quillen is? I'm not one of these Rudy Poo and Plum Brain Mikey Garcia fanboys, a.k.a., Cinnamon Alvarez fanboys. I know boxing. You a jit, dude. You a youngin'. You younger than me. So how you gonna sit here and act like, you've been around this thing longer than me? I listen to you. I hear your voice and you sound nothing like a freaking nerd. That's what you are at your highest and truest levels. Hiding behind a freaking YouTube and want to act like you dissing somebody. Listen, man, your disses are weak. Because I've kept the foot on the necks. Everyone can see that I keep debunking you and countering you effectively. You showed how frustrated and emotional you are in that video, man. It's so interesting how the first debate, you had your girl there with you because you needed her as your Kleenex for moral support when I was going to give you the ass whooping at that time. I had the black hoodie on. I was ready to go. As soon as I showed up on the scene, what happened? Technical difficulties. That's what happened, motherfucker. There was a reason for that because you saw that I was ready to show up and show out. It was so interesting when you said, look at this Peter Quillen motherfucker. Your girl sat there in the background. She was laughing. You know that little laugh girls do when they think somebody is handsome, when they think somebody is easy on the eyes. Next thing you know, technical difficulty. You probably was fighting that whole night with her. Damn, why you sit here checking this motherfucker out when you supposed to be my moral support for debate? I have not seen her show up on any debates after that. I wonder why. That's right, dude. When you come for He Knows His Sport, I come for the juggler, man. That's why I always win debates. Because when you go low, I go lower. When you go high, I go higher. You better ask somebody that knows me personally, dude. I don't lose. I will do any and every little thing to get an edge. Because that's how I operate out here in these streets. Then you had your brother on the second debate. Supposedly a trainer. Get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck is this? He got Ethan and Merck right there with you. I heard him giving you pointers on the background. I heard his voice asking him questions. But my brother, he was a trainer and he said sport. Do you need to ask people for stuff? Dude, I was sitting there countering that bullshit. Because he was giving you bullshit. Clearly, you guys are one-side track minded. You're one-trick ponies out here in these boxing streets. This is why it's easy to Ethan and Merck your ass. You have one-sided debate. And you showed yourself as the true ultra fanboy when you said Canelo Alvarez could beat Andre Ward 55 to 45%. I mean, come on. Just saying those words showed you for who you truly and properly are at your highest levels. I told you, man. All y'all Mexican community fan base, chalupa, taco, burrito eating motherfuckers, because that's what y'all are at your most truest and properest levels. And cats want to sit here and get all offended. Only weak-minded and weak motherfuckers. This PC era, man, this shit ceases to amaze me. Only weak motherfuckers get offended by bullshit like that. If you know who you are and you are confident in yourself and you are sure of yourself, then you don't need to be mad about shit like that. And that's just the truth of the fact of the matter. I want to see Canelo Alvarez go through any one of those, fight any one of those fighters. When I mention Carl Frost, you dodo head. When I mention Arthur Abraham, you dodo head. When I mention George Groves, you dodo head. I want to see him fight Sergio Bika. I want to see him fight any one of those guys in the Super 6, the way Andre Ward did at that time. Oscar De La Hoya wouldn't let that happen because we know Oscar De La Hoya has protected Canelo Alvarez. Facts. He's groomed him and put him in front of guys at the right time. Triple G been calling Canelo Alvarez ass out for years before that fight. But Canelo Alvarez fought him at the right time once Kell Brook exposed his ass. Because that was the first time Triple G was exposed. All of a sudden, Canelo Alvarez is jumping at the bits to fight Triple G. We didn't see Triple G running up to try to fight Andre Ward. When Andre Ward called his ass out, he was AWOL. And this was Triple G at his best before he got exposed by Kell Brook. See, again, facts. Your ass been debunked. There is nothing that Canelo Alvarez does in the ring that matches up with an Andre Ward. And if you want to talk about 168 pounds like you said, here's why I can rip that shit apart and spit that motherfucker out. He fought Rocky Fielding. Who the fuck is that? Everyone was clowning his ass when it was like, dude, you could have fought a better opponent than that at 168. Why are you fighting that dude? There's a lot of animals at 168. Why are you fighting him? Do you know what Andre Ward would have done to a guy like that? He would have blew that motherfucker out, man. Knocked this fucking ass out. And put that motherfucker to sleep. That's a pedestrian boxer right there. That's when I sit here and I say Canelo's barely sniff 168. You lose all credibility when you say 55 to 45 at 168 pounds because Andre Ward has lived at 168, motherfucker. He's the unified super middleweight champion. I'm bringing nothing but facts here. The greatest 168 pounder next to Roy Jones Jr. Canelo can't hold that kind of stature when it comes at that weight class. And at 175, that's even worse, man. Andre Ward would give this motherfucker, he'd put his ass to sleep, dog. You lost all credibility when you sat here and said that Canelo Alvarez could beat Sergey Kovalev. Come on, man. We all know that's bullshit. That'll never happen. That's a pipe dream. Sergey Kovalev will knock the motherfucker out at 175. And Andre Ward has given Sergey Kovalev mental retardation. So imagine the mental suicide watch that he would put Canelo Alvarez on. Yes, I have the gall to say it. He has no fucking chance. And I don't know if that upsets you, it gets in your feelings, but he has. Sometimes you just have to see things for what they truly are. When a motherfucker don't have a chance, they don't have a fucking chance. And that's just the truth of the fact of the matter. The motherfucker got no chance against Andre Ward. Andre Ward does everything better than him. He's a better ring generalship. He has better footwork. He's the bigger guy. He's the stronger guy. He's the better boxing tactician. Everything he does, head movement, foot movement, everything Andre Ward does is in his favor. He has the more knockout power in that fight. Come on, man. Andre Ward has 2-3 tune-up fights, and he has his conditioning and his timing together. Canelo Alvarez stands no fucking chance. Get that through your head, dodo head. It's the same thing with Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia. I'm pointing the obvious. It's called conventional boxing wisdom. I'm not one of these fanboys, man. I've been in this boxing shit longer than your stupid ass. Listening to you, you look and you feel like shit. That's why you don't show your face. There's a reason for that. There's an OG out here in these streets that told me when a man does not show you his face, he lacks moral turpitude. I'm going to say it again. When a man does not show you his face, he lacks moral turpitude. And I believe that. And I've carried that saying on and on. I don't have nothing to hide, motherfucker. You do. You probably a 400 pound chalupa taco burrito eating motherfucker that don't want to show his face because you look and you feel like shit. Just like most of your damn Mikey Garcia, Rudy Poo, and Plum Plum Brain supporters. AKA Cinnamon Alvarez fanboys. I get it. You guys have to support a narrative. And when you came after me about the LDBC, let me clarify some things. I'm not an LDBC guy. Anyone that knows me could see that I go by my own drum beat. I'm a natural born leader. I go by my own whim. And I'm not no fucking sub chaser. It's folks out here in these boxing streets, as I was making my videos, that said, listen to this cat. And I went and listened to your bullshit. And I said, oh, I'm going to expose this motherfucker for who he truly and properly is and put him at his levels. And it's worked because guess what? I got you so in your feelings that not only are you making videos about me, but when you do your diss videos, you're all in your feelings. You're emotional and you're frustrated, dude. This is boxing, dude. Take a fucking chill pill. If you can't come with punchlines and you can't be like me laughing and smiling about that shit and have the charisma and charm that I have to draw motherfuckers to the well to talk about boxing and keep the foot on the what on the necks and keep the foot on the what on the necks of these Rudy Poo and these plum brain Mikey Garcias and Cinnamon Alvarez fanboys, then leave that shit alone, dude. I told you, you can come to my Yoda school of boxing purist knowledge. And I can take your hard-headed ass, Luke Skywalker ass, and mold you and make something honest of your ass. Because you have one-sided arguments. You're a one-trick pony. This is why it's easy to ether and murk your ass like I did last week on Saturday. Because you only give one tail of the tape. You already lost with that Canelo versus Andre Ward. Then you went even further and reached and said Mikey Garcia could go all the way to 154 and beat Tony Harrison. Yes, I finally put that shit out there because I was trying to save that for Saturday. But I was like, nah, motherfuckers got to hear that shit right now so they can laugh. Mikey Garcia. This is the guy that you're quote unquote, you treat the motherfucker like a deity, like he's the god of skills in boxing. Get the fuck out of here, man. We're acting like this dude is Floyd Mayweather, man. Mikey Garcia does not like close quarter contact. Floyd Mayweather has proven time and time again that he can fight close quarters. Mikey Garcia has atrocious footwork back on the back foot. Floyd Mayweather is the back foot king. See, I'm making a comparison between the both of them. Mikey Garcia does not like getting hit on the nose. There's something about once he bleeds on the nose, he starts crying like a freaking little girl. Floyd Mayweather has been hit on the nose multiple times in a fight against Miguel Cotto and still came out on top. That was the fight that he was touched up the most. Come on, man. I'm bringing number of facts here. Errol Spence is the bigger guy, man. It's conventional boxing wisdom, dude. There is nothing that Mikey Garcia can do that will make Errol Spence be afraid. That's why in the last PBC face-to-face, Errol got tired of all that fucking talking bullshit. And he was like, when I catch you on the chin, I'm going to spark your little ass. And dissed him. He brought up the stuff that I brought up. So Salido, the flaming alcoholic, he didn't hit your ass? How many times his ass been dropped? See, Mikey Garcia's too dodo head to understand the magnitudes of what Errol Spence was telling his ass. Basically, what Errol Spence was saying, if that pedestrian of a boxer can land shots on you and make you look suspect as fuck in your prime, imagine what I will do to you. When I come in with the tactical aggression, the technical punching placement, and the body snatching work punishment style. Yes, Mikey Garcia has no fucking chance because he's barking up the wrong tree. And like Jay-Z said, the tree will fall on you. He's biting off more than he can chew, man. He's never fought at that weight class. And he's fighting the behemoth and the mammoth of the weight class. Come on, man. That's why I got it predicted as 5th round TKO stoppage. And when you sit here and say that I look like Peter Quillen, that's credit to that motherfucker. It didn't mean that I didn't know who he was. You fucking dodo head. You Rudy Poo and you plum brain. It means that the man is pulling. That's what I said. Go listen to that first video on the live stream. I said Peter Quillen. That means he's a handsome motherfucker. He's easy on the eyes. He gets them. So go sit down somewhere and higgity hush, man. Once again, your ass has been ethered and murked. Because that's what I do out here in these boxing streets. You are ultra fanboy. You're hot. You're emotional. You don't know which way to go right now. And you're frustrated. I get it. The fight is coming closer and closer. We're damn near a week away. And you know that come post-fight March 16, you got to prep that concession defeat video. And right now, you're stressed the fuck out. You're having ADHD right now. That's what the fuck's going on because you know you got to come with that video. Because you admitted to everyone in our debate that once Mikey Garcia loses, you have to prep your concession defeat video. And I think that's the biggest and the worst fear that you have to face, and you don't know how to face it. So come March 16, y'all know the saying. Errol Spence is going to what? Man down. Flatline. Hulk. Smash. Mikey Garcia. And there are no two ways around that bad boy. Via what? 5th round TKO stoppage. And book that motherfucker. This is He Knows His Sport. Checking out. Ethered and murked. I will not lose. Fuck with your soul like ether. Show you the king, you know you. Cross the belly, I prove you lost already. Sun Tzu, motherfucker. When your enemy is frustrated, continue to what? Irritate him. I keep the foot on the what? On the necks of these Rudy Poo and these plum brain Mikey Garcia fanboys, aka Cinnamon fanboys. This is He Knows His Sport. Double checking out.